It's Week 14 of the NFL, and center stage belongs to Matthew Stafford. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Dolphins and the Titans on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gautin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe.
The first of 2 on this December Monday night, the Titans and the Dolphins, underway from South Florida. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're brought out by a man now in his 15th NFL season, one of the most productive passers in league history, and a former Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 41. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Dolphins at 500 at 6-6. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 39 yards there, a big one.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Skirts by him at the 35. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 17 carries, 81 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now Jackson. That's to Cook out of the backfield. So nothing doing there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Now 3rd down and 7. Now Stafford. This one left side caught by Gibson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Hill on the return. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Titan football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive with Cook. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Here's 2nd and 3. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. A strong running. And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. White, he'll try the left side. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 35. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Now it's Jackson. He completes this to Sutton. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39. And obviously that's well short of the 1st. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, doing everything, every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
McCaffrey on the counter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And we'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 31, here's second down and 2. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw. Stafford. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Second down and 6 now. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Into the hands of Hendershot. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
Stafford. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And that flag accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Stafford now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So all field goals so far, 6 3-yard score as the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. They'll start out here with the option left. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
They run again on first down. Cook. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. From the 33, here's the second down at 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They go play action now. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And this is caught by Williams. Touchdown. Max Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Stafford. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Hill to return it. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. Jackson on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Jackson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Here's third and goal now back at the 11. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Jackson. That is Cook. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. There he goes left side. Touchdown Titans. Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's complete to Diggs. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4.
Now Stafford. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score.
Christian McCaffrey.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Out come the Titans now.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll try the right side here with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Give up the... And it's a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn them yet another 1st down.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
False start's going to push them back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys...
And he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Jackson now.
Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with him. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun.
He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Miami set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
Shedding the tackle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Watch out for Hill on the return.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And that will come the offense as they take over. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
119 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
CD, after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, you're actually in a playoff push right now. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And tough sledding. Again, maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
A handoff. McCaffrey running right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that is no good. And this will remain a 5-point game. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
125 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and 10.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And Thomas has it. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now it's Jackson. This to Graham on the short pass. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Now a first down throw. Stafford.
Pass complete. He's got Hendershot.
And he'll be corralled right upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Stafford. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
At the 35-yard line.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw is Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Here's 2nd down.
Stafford now to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Now it's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Marvin Jones. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Stafford. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Powering his way forward.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by a field goal. A minute 45 to play. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down.
Finding Sutton.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
They just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Throwing, Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep that.
Breakaway for Michael Thomas. Inside the 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that will make this a 4-point game. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So now it's the Dolphins' turn, trailing by 4, 40 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Now Stafford.
Into the hands of Henderson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Spike it here with 20 seconds to go on the clock.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
He's back to throw.
Gets this to Gibson. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
He'll look to throw. Just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Titans, they're into the win column for the third time this year as they get the victory here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.